guys, it's Jen, and I wanted to do a little get ready with me today. It's been a really long time since I've done just one of these chatty get ready with me's, and I'm actually going to a movie premiere tonight of Amy Schumer's film I Feel Pretty. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer, but they actually use a clip of me in the movie of my makeup tutorials that I've posted on YouTube before, and I'm so freaking excited. I haven't seen the movie yet, so this will be my first time really seeing it, so I can't wait to share it with you. I wanted to show you the look I'm gonna do for tonight. It's a little bit pinky purpley, but still kind of like neutral, pretty springtime kind of look. I did want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Elizabeth Arden for sponsoring this video. I used a few of their products in the video, which I'm really excited to share with you. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So first of all, just to give my face a little extra boost and lift and prep it for the makeup, I'm going to be starting off by using this Elizabeth Arden Ceramide Lift and Firm Sculpting Gel. I've talked about this on my Instagram before, and it's just a nice little treat. And you roll this upward on your face. You can even use this on your neck, but it's just really refreshing. It's so nice. I know a lot of people talk about like facial massage really helping loosen up some of the lymph nodes and helps with the drainage in your face. And it can actually give you a much more slimmer look as well. So it's just a nice little skin treatment that I like doing before my makeup goes on. Next, I'm going to use a little primer. Let's put this all over my face, and then I'm going to add a full coverage foundation, which, especially with this pigmentation I've been having during my pregnancy, I've been very much needing the full coverage. Usually I'm a light to medium foundation kind of person, but I think if you do a fuller coverage foundation with a light hand, you still get a nice effect without it feeling too heavy. So I like just doing a light layer everywhere first, and then I just kind of tap an extra layer into the areas where I know I really need it. So that keeps it from looking kind of heavy and cakey, even if you use a fuller coverage. And I'm just bouncing my beauty blender to pat this into the skin. I'm not trying to move it around too much. I'm just kind of pressing the product in so it blends out a little bit. Now I'm just gonna cover any little spots that I missed with my concealer. And I like pressing this layer in with my fingers, just because sometimes the sponge will absorb quite a lot, and I feel like I have a little bit more control with my fingertips. Now I'm just setting that with some translucent powder. I forgot to do this earlier. Usually I do this at the same time as my face primer. I'm adding my eyeshadow primer, because if I skip this, you can always tell. I don't know about you, but my Asian eyelids, they just like to smush all my makeup all over the place. So the primer is just super, super necessary. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Elizabeth Arden Little Black Compact. Already fell. So this is kind of cool because you can sort of mix and match your eyeshadow trios. So right now I have this neutral brown set and this pinky set, because you know I've been obsessed with pink lately, and it has this really pretty purple color. So I'm just gonna do a warm golden pinky kind of eye. I want to smoke out the outer edges and have a little bit of metallic pop in the middle. Let's start off with this shimmery peachy color. I'm just patting this in a half moon shape on my lid. So basically, this whole thing with the movie deal, it came around last year, and a little bit out of the blue. They watched some of my older videos, specifically like my rocker faux hawk hair tutorial and a couple makeup tutorials, I think. They said they wanted to use it for this movie. They actually sent me the script and everything, which was so incredibly exciting because I'm just a person. I don't get to see a lot of movie scripts, especially for something this huge with a comedian that I'm such a big fan of. So I was just really beside myself, but I kind of always have this notion of saying like, oh, I don't want to ever believe something is going to happen until it does, because I don't want to get my hopes too high and then if it doesn't happen, be really disappointed. I think when it really hit me for the first time, it's actually going to happen, was when the trailer first came out. And I, first of all, didn't know if I would make it into the final cut of the movie, but to actually make it in the trailer, I mean, like, I couldn't even tell you. Like, I could have cried. I was so happy. And a lot of people were sending me screen caps from the trailer and saying, oh my gosh, is this you? Like, I saw this. And they were just saying, like, you are the person I was so excited to see in that clip. And I can't tell you how much that meant to me, because it felt like I got to share that moment with so many other people, and especially those people who recognize those videos from back then, you know. That was just a really special moment and experience. Like, I just don't think I'm gonna experience something like that again. I'm trying, again, not to like get my hopes too far high for like what's gonna happen in the movie, but I'm just excited to have even made it to the trailer. So I'm just taking this super dark matte brown. I'm gonna do a little bit of a contour on the outer corners of my eyes. I'm going for a little bit of like an edgy, smoky look kind of thing. It's just so crazy because when I make my YouTube videos, it's not like I expect that to live anywhere else outside of my YouTube channel, much less like movie. It was such a big deal for me. I also had to keep it a secret for a long time. I have this saying, I never expect I'm going until I'm already on the plane. Before I had that mentality, I was constantly getting disappointed when certain deals would fall through, or if trips couldn't end up happening, or if things just ended up really last minute and unsure. But as long as I have the mentality of appreciating things as they're happening, when they happen, it saves me a lot of heartache. And I can truly be excited about what's going on right now in front of me. I think I might do a little bit lighter on the inside. There's some really pretty shimmery shades right here. I think I'll go in with this light pinky one. Pop that on the inner corners and sort of blend that into the peach. You know, I might go in with this purple for the lower lash line. I think that's quite pretty. Oh, and if you guys are curious about the exact shades that I used, this one is Not So Nude number 09. And then this one is You Had Me At Merlot 05. Now I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. Y'all know I love a good wing. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm kind of a two mascara kind of person because I always need drier waterproof formulas for my top lashes, but I feel like they just don't make my lower lashes look as long and full as I like them to. And call me crazy, but I've actually found that sometimes when I use waterproof on my lower lashes, it makes my lower lashes smear more. Like, I'll have more smudges or crumblies underneath my eyes at the end of the day. So sometimes I like to mix and match. And the reason I even do mascara on my upper lashes is just to hold the lashes up before I do false lashes. But for the lower ones, I have a lot more freedom to have all of the great mascara formulas. Today for my lower lashes, I'm using the Elizabeth Arden Standing Ovation Mascara. It is in intense black, which I'm a fan of the blackest of black mascaras, especially because I have black hair. I don't know if you can see the difference, but it's just giving like a really full, fluttery, feathery kind of look. Now that I have my lashes on, I'm gonna move on to brows, and I like waiting until after the lashes because sometimes, especially if I'm doing more of a smoky eye or a dramatic look, or if I'm using larger lashes, if I do the brows first, sometimes it's like not poppy enough. So this way I can keep things a little bit more balanced. I was also reflecting recently on how much fuller I fill in my brows now than I used to just a few years ago. Like if I watch some of my older videos, my brows like almost aren't there. And I feel like that's the biggest change that's happened in makeup in the last 10 years. People's brow game is really strong now. And I don't know if it's gonna be one of those things where we look back and we're like, oh, why did we have caterpillars on our faces? So generally I try to keep things fairly natural, but everybody has regrets looking back. I'm just really grateful that several years ago I didn't over pluck my brows, because I have a lot of friends whose brow hairs are just never the same again after they were a little overzealous in their plucking days. I feel like I was very late to the game when it came to grooming my eyebrows. I'm glad I didn't over pluck early. But for those of you who did go through a brow change over the years, kudos to you, because I feel like brow habits are one of the hardest things to break or change. I mean, it totally changes your face. But once you're used to doing something a certain way, once you get used to seeing your face, it is really hard to change. And sometimes it can make you feel really self-conscious, you know? But that's why I kind of like switching up my makeup every so often and not just get stuck in a rut, because I don't want to get overly comfortable with just seeing my face in one way. I'm training myself to be a little more flexible about my appearance. I look way more pulled together with some eyebrows on. Next, I want to do a little bit of cheek contouring. So that's definitely one thing during pregnancy that I find is very needed as the pregnancy goes on. My face tends to gain a little bit of weight. Even though normally I'm not like a contour everyday kind of person, definitely when I'm pregnant it helps. Definitely helps with the angles, and also if I know I'm going to be photographed, it just helps make my face look a little slimmer. I like using one of these like really denser angled brushes because it just fits underneath my jaw and cheekbone here really nicely. And if you get that under the chin area, it'll make your jawline look a little sharper, like that little trick. And then I've also kind of been going around my hairline. I feel like after I had kids, my hairline here has just never quite been the same. I don't love my hairline, but it's one of those things where it's like, you know, everybody's hairline is a little bit different. We don't all have perfect shaped hairlines, but you know what? Makeup can fix that. It can fix it. Man, I feel like when you do a good bronzer job, you basically don't really even need blush, but I'm gonna do it because I like adding pinky peachy colors back in to match the eye. I'm gonna keep it pretty high on my cheek. Just blend it forward. I personally tend to have my blush a little bit higher and angled on my cheeks just because I feel like that gives a little bit more of a contoured look, but I know different people have different hot zones for their blush. It can also vary by your own face shape and what is the most flattering on you. I feel like for lips I should do something a little more long wearing just because I'm gonna be like out at an event. I'm starting to get to that point in my pregnancy where I'm constantly thirsty. I'm not the best at remembering to drink all the time, so I just have to keep a reusable bottle next to me like all the time to make sure I get enough hydration. I'm gonna do a little matte MLBB type of lip, a little purpley. I always do that lipstick test, especially with these long wearing kind of lipsticks. I don't want it to get all up on my teeth. Looks pretty good. So I guess my face is done. I am so flipping excited. I'm sure by the time this video goes up, the movie's already gonna be out everywhere. So if you guys end up seeing it, let me know if you spot me down in the comments. I can't wait. Like, I really don't know what to expect. Thank you guys so much for sitting down and watching me put on my makeup. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and make sure notifications are turned on if you want to check out all of my videos when they come out. This is Jen, and I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!